Okay, I'm here. I'm here. I might as well be here. I hit it by mistake, but I'm here now. So, hello, 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 hello. Oh my God, this Diddy trial. It's uh, it's a doozy. So, I want to say a few things. I caught George's replay today. I caught Savage's replay last night, and all I'm going to say is, oh boy. So, um, I'm sure after that phone number was put out on Savages yesterday, when George played the recordings, that there was a lot of calls to the prosecutor's office. And whoo. So then I also heard that I came up on C was live, I guess, yesterday. So of course I'm going to go listen because, as I said, there is some messy people out there. So I went and listened, and no, Siwa, I never did a drive by. You were correct. And no, I no longer go into Angel Gotti's chat. So that's all that was said. And Heidi, did you get my link on TikTok? No, I haven't been on TikTok all day. Let me go to TikTok and see what you sent to me. I haven't been on TikTok. Um, well, no, that's not true because I saw Lisa and I went in and I had to go tell her off. Okay, guys. So let me go look and see what you sent to me on TikTok. Oh, yes. Okay, I got it. Hi, Ruski. Girl. Yes. So Cassie's testimony, we're going to discuss that. But I wanted to say something too. I heard when I listened to Siwa that she was telling Jen, well, Jen said that it didn't make any sense for her to go get an order. Yes, it does, Jen, because if you go and get an order and if she breaks it, she will be arrested. So yes, it does make um yeah, it does make a difference. So that's your choice. And I'm sure Siwa said, I heard her say she was going to talk to you behind the scenes. So I'm sure you guys are going to have a conversation. But this damn Diddy trial. Let's see. Hi, Ruski. Hi, Mari, Chantel. Bombs crafting with Amanda. Uh, yes, I have it. I'm going to listen to it. Mari. Let's see. Why isn't my thing working? I can't go up. Um, it's not letting me go up. I don't know why, but okay, that'll work. So anyway, so I've been my earpiece. I've been listening, driving, listening. Oh my God! So yesterday, okay, on the stand, we had what's his name? Daniel Phillips was on the stand yesterday. So his daughters were still in court. And so I'll show you a video of them going in court today. But the daughters were in court yesterday, along with the sons and the mom, Janice, the mother. So when they started the testimony about the freak offs and about the stuff that was going on, the daughters got up and left. So I want to understand, why would you get up and leave um, if you want to hear the truth and what happened? Hi, Drea. But then I understand these are young girls. They just graduated high school, but you need to have all the details. Okay. So Daniel Phillips was on the stand yesterday, and he did some talking about how Diddy wanted him to actually pee on Cassie. He also stated today when he was back on the stand that Cassie had asked him for a dick pic because he had the biggest dick she had ever seen. So that just goes to tell you. But they also had Jane Doe today. Jane Doe's a mother. She's a single mother. She met Diddy, fell in love with Diddy, and she wanted to have a relationship with Diddy. Diddy didn't want a relationship. Um, she agreed to do a freak off to Diddy, for Diddy, because she wanted to please him. And then he would take other girls on trips, but not take her on trips. He only wanted her to do the freak offs. That's it. That's all he wanted you for. He didn't want you for anything else except for him to sit in a corner and masturbate while you are fucking someone else. Okay? That's what he wanted. She was doing the same thing Cassie was doing. She was setting up all these freak offs. Okay? That was her job, to set up freak offs. That's what she was, initially doing. Not hired, because according to her, she was in love with him. So I had a little clip from somebody that I wanted to play for you guys. And hold on, let me get it so you can hear it. I'm just like, what is it about this man that would even make you, or even have you think about doing something like this? So listen to this. Oh, hold on. Two victims they've announced. Well, there's three. There's Cassie, and then there's Jane. Now, Jane was a single mom, and in 2020 she fell in love with the diddler. Okay, the first months it was just the two of them, but then freak offs, and Jane agreed. And it was crazy, is they said the minute Jane's like, okay, I'll do it, diddler, he made it happen that night. She was like, okay, I'll do it, expecting like, okay, one crazy night in the Bahamas in a month. No, that night, he made it happen. Jane was nervous. Diddy directed every step. She thought it was just going to be one night, and then it would be dates and vacations and everything she really wanted out of the relationship. No, not in the cards. He wanted her for freak offs. She wanted a real relationship, but instead, Diddy wanted to plan, but she ended up planning freak offs, escorts to wear, Jimmy hats. She tried twice to not take the drugs, the baby oil. It didn't work. When she did it, she threw up. And she said, with escort, went to the bathroom. Diddy said, hurry, another is waiting. So she did she got all messed up, was puking, had S with the escort, and Diddy said, hurry up, there's another guy waiting to get inside. That's crazy. Jane. So this was all testimony today. There is nothing about his daughters leaving today when this was being stated in the courtroom. So I don't know if the lawyers suggested they stay, but Mark Garrigo's daughter is one of Diddy's attorneys, and Mark Garrigo's, he is consulting. Okay. Now I saw Gloria going into the courtroom today. She's representing Thalia Graves. She's representing Thalia. So she was in the courtroom today. Don't know if Thalia Graves is gonna testify or not, because at first I thought Jane Doe that he was just talking about was Thalia Graves, but no. She never wanted a relationship with Diddy. Diddy actually ordered her on the pool table. Okay, so that wasn't her. So I was trying to figure out who in the hell could this be, but they didn't tell us. So she still remains as Jane Doe. But the PP, he was either directed to pee on Cassie or to pee in her mouth. But with Cassie's testimony today, oh my God. She actually testified that she was young, she was 21, 22, and she wanted to please Diddy. They asked her, did she enjoy the freak offs? She said at that age, that was the only time that she got to spend with just her and Diddy. It was like she didn't even put the escorts there. It was she saying it's her time that she spent with Diddy. But Cassie's husband has been in court, Alex Fine, with his fine ass self. He has been in court and right next to Cassie doing all of this. Now, Cassie is big as a house, but I have a clip. Please hit the like button. Oh, hi, sassy nerd girl. But I have a clip from that, but we're going to hear some more of Cassie's testimony on how he directed her on what to wear. Sometimes he wanted her to look like a tomboy. Sometimes, her nails had to be a certain way. Her hair had to be a certain way. This man is just a piece of trash. Let's just hear what Cassie had to say. Here we go.
These trials mark the first time Ventura and Combs are seeing one another in person since their 2018 split. Federal prosecutors claim Combs used lies, drugs, threats, and violence to coerce his ex-girlfriend into sexual encounters with male prostitutes. Ventura said the alleged sexual encounters typically lasted between 36 to 72 hours, the longest one lasting 4 days. Ventura is currently married and pregnant with her third child.
They also said that the diddler is in court with a cardigan sweater on, like khakis. They said he's trying to look like Bill Cosby or Harvey Weinstein. He's trying to make himself look old. They said that the hair in the front is gray. But he's trying to pretend that he's an old man, I guess, with the cardigan sweater, no more flashy suits.
She told the jury today about how the hip-hop mogul controlled her life and their relationship, describing the alleged physical abuse, saying, quote, "He would bash my head, knock me over, drag me, kick me, stomp me in the head when I was down." Combs has pleaded not guilty to all 5 charges he's facing, including...
Did you hear that? So that wasn't the first time. Of course, that's not the first time. Even Daniel said that he was scared for his life after he saw the way that Diddy beat Cassie. So he beat Cassie in front of Daniel Phillips. So he saw that himself. Yet again, no one did anything. No one.
Drag me, kick me, stomp me in the head when I was down. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all 5 charges he's facing, including racketeering conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, and transportation to engage in prostitution.
Now, his attorney actually said yesterday, was it yesterday or was it today? He said that he's not here for domestic violence. He's here for trafficking. So in other words, let's forget that he abused all of these women, not just Cassie, Jane Doe too. Was abused, kicked, and stomped when she didn't obey what he wanted her to do. This is a pattern he's had, a pattern. Now, I think that was his sister that was walking in court with the walker. I don't know what happened to her ankle, but I think that's the one that was his personal assistant.
For our viewers, this story may contain accounts, descriptions, visual content of actual or alleged events that some viewers may find disturbing. So for more now, let's bring in ABC's Rena Roy live from outside the courtroom, along with ABC News legal contributor and trial attorney Brian Buckmeyer. Rena, we will begin with you. Cassie Ventura, of course, on the stand most of the day. She's talking in graphic detail at times about her participation in these freak-offs. So what did we learn so far today?
Missa was the one with the walker today.
Yeah, Trevor, very graphic indeed. I can tell you that I got a chance to listen to her testimony inside court here behind us, and she was emotional. She broke down into tears at one point when she talked about participating in those freak-offs. She says that she was just 22 years old, had just turned 22 when Combs first proposed to her those drug-fueled sex marathons with escorts. She says eventually, though, they became almost weekly, and that they lasted on average, as you said, about 2 to 3 days, the longest one 4 days, and that she stayed awake by drugs that she says Combs gave to her, including ecstasy, cocaine, and Molly. She testified that those freak-offs made her feel dirty and worthless, but that she felt like she did not have a choice but to participate because she says Combs would become violent with her. As you pointed out, she says that he would bash her in the head, kick and drag her, and that she didn't know what would happen if she didn't do what he wanted her to do. She told the jury that she tried to express her feelings about participating, but in at least one text message shown to the jury, Combs told her to make it happen anyway. Trevor?
Brian, given how emotional and explicit all this testimony is, what kind of strategy do you think we might see?
Oh, Missa is Justin's mom. That's the one that was with the walker? Oh, that's Justin's mom. Why is she there? We know Justin, we know that's not his child. That's the bodyguard's child. He looks just like the bodyguard that's no longer here, that's dead. He's the only one he's dead. The bodyguard is gone too. All these people dying around this man. But that bodyguard and that young man look just alike.
From the defense attorneys in cross-examination.
So I think the defense is going to try to move away from the emotion and some of the more explicit terminology that we're seeing in this case and try to go for a much more logical argument that they're making, that Sean Combs participated in domestic violence, allegations that would rightfully so be attributed to state charges, but that there was no racketeering conspiracy. There was no sex trafficking. It was domestic violence for domestic violence sake, based on jealousy, infidelity, and just anger. And so I think that's the angle they're going to take. But some of the testimony, as Rena pointed out, and just how Cassie is on the stand, that's going to be a very hard argument to distinguish between the different types of force and how they were used.
So, Rena, Diddy is there in court. He's watching all this testimony from his ex-girlfriend. There's also many of his own family members there. Did we see any kind of reaction from Diddy today?
No.
Right. For the most part, he appears to be pretty focused on Cassie Ventura, his ex-girlfriend. Yep. He was listening intently. At one point, we saw him scribble down some notes and speak to his attorney, but other times he appears to be more passive, with his hands in his lap at the defense table, with not really a certain kind of expression on his face. She, on the other hand, has not appeared to look at him once since she took the stand. She has looked at her husband, who is inside court, to support her. Remember, this is the first time that Combs and Ventura are seeing each other
since 2018, and that was at Kim Porter's funeral.
Face to face since 2018, so you can imagine how this might feel for both of them.
Brian, how do you imagine this might land with the jury hearing all of this extensive testimony of this nature?
So I think at this point, with direct examination, without anyone coming up and crossing Cassie, I think the jury is looking at Sean Combs, and I was in court this morning to see some of those looks with disgust, with disdain, to think about how one individual can do this to another in this way. And so I think it's going to be a high hill or even a mountain for the defense to kind of walk this case to the jury to suggest that, yes, Sean Combs, as Teddy Garrigo said in opening statements, has done some indefensible things, but it's a matter...
You heard Teddy Garrigos. That's Mark Garrigos' daughter.
...of what he's being charged with and what he did. A very difficult distinction, because I think earlier on in her testimony, it seemed much more about domestic violence. Now we're starting to see the allegations and some of the facts that bleed into that sex trafficking by force, fraud, and coercion, and that enterprise, that criminal enterprise that the government alleged is surrounding Sean Combs' inner circle. Because when she looked at some of those photos of the security guards, the chief of staff, at least for me as I sat in that courtroom, I could hear the tone of her voice change. I can see her body language change, and you can see that she had some very particular feelings of maybe even fear in describing some of these individuals, and I think that's really proven the case for the government.
So, okay, so let's look at them going into the courtroom. So you're going to see this, and Missa is the one that's on the walker. There she goes right there. She's the one that's on the walker. I didn't realize that was Justin's mom. Gosh, she done got old looking. So she's riding with the family. But I didn't see Justin. Oh, there he goes right there. I didn't see him walk in the court earlier. That's LB Shore's son.
Quincy, who's the guy with the glasses and the cane and the black?
So the twin daughters are there, and I didn't hear anything about them walking out of court today at all. Yep, that's her. Can you imagine? So here comes the girls.
Patriots, I just got out of.
Excuse us.
So Cassie also testified today that Sean Combs actually grabbed a gun to confront Suge Knight So she has put him in possession of weapons, and they discussed him kicking in the door. So for Jane Doe, okay, so for Jane Doe testified that she wouldn't do a freak off one time, and she ran and locked herself in the bedroom. Sean Combs kicked that door in. Then she ran into a closet. She was able to get out. He kicked that door in. Then she ran to the restroom. He kicked that door in, and then there was another, I guess, another door she went through to lock herself in, and he kicked that door open. So, and they have pictures of all of this, and you know where they're getting those pictures from? From those cameras. See, those cameras are the things that's going to bite him in his ass, because he's got cameras all over the place. Cassie said that he forced her to have sex on her period. She felt disgusting. She felt humiliated. She says that a lot of times she was dehydrated and sleep deprived. She also says that the freak house became a job. She said there was no place for anything else. Nothing else. He would give her time to recover, and then it would be all over again. She said those freak offs consumed a big chunk of her life. She said at the end of these sessions, which we heard from his assistant that was on The Fall of Diddy, I played that recording. The hotel room sheets that were soiled with baby oil residue, as well as bodily fluids, which includes blood and urine. So he didn't care. And he was sitting there whacking himself off as he's watching all of this. So his lawyers are saying that all of this was consensual. No, honey, it wasn't consensual. If they did not participate, he would beat the shit out of them. Okay, that's what he would do. She said that he would dictate the freak offs down to the color of her nails. You know, they have to be white or French tips. He would tell them to apply more baby oil like every 5 minutes until she was glistening, she said. And he would pay the male escorts less if they failed to perform to his standards. So he had standards that they had to perform to. He had standards, okay? The Diddler had standards. She had to put the white stuff from men. Oh, yes, 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 yes. He would even tell them when it was time to ejaculate and where to put it at. So it was like this big production he was doing. She said they would have candles, they would have lighting, they would have music videos. Hi, Dream Sicko. Have a good night. Have a good night, sweetie. She was really graphic in describing these sessions and the positions that she would be in. Can you imagine Alex Fine sitting there? Which he met her, he knew, he helped her escape from him, okay? So, but to have to hear this all over again, watch his wife, who looks like she's about to pop at any minute, go through and relive and just keep reliving this is crazy. She said that she did it because she wanted to make him happy. She said, when you're in love with someone, you don't want to disappoint them. But yet, his defense attorneys are trying to say that it was a mutual combative relationship. It was domestic violence on her end, domestic violence on his end. She also stated that, yes, she got very, very jealous if he was taken out of the women. She did state that. So, but again, they're trying to say everything was consensual. So they had asked for them to how would I put this? They wanted to downplay her pregnancy, okay? They didn't really want people to see how pregnant she was. But Cassie came into the court with a fitted brown dress on to show her stomach. The judge denied. He said, "You're not going to tell her how to dress." Let me tell you why. That was, to me, he was still trying to have control over Cassie. If you're sitting there trying to tell this woman how to dress, what she shouldn't wear to court, because you don't want the jury to feel sympathy for you, to me, he was still trying to control that situation. Yep, he got her young. She had just turned 22, she said. So they're saying that, well, we all knew that she was going to be the star witness, okay? We all knew that from that lawsuit, but Sean was thinking because they had an NDA. No, honey, when it comes to criminal charges, criminal cases, that NDA means nothing. And she said that she was with them because, he was going to help her with her career. But she only did one album. And then she was hosting parties, at these clubs. They were bringing 7,500 to 20,000 people. After that, he started getting jealous and he would just tell her, "No, you're not doing it anymore. We're not having any of that." He kept her under control. He wanted total control over Cassie. And if you're telling me he didn't do this to Kim Porter, we heard he did it to Jane Doe. He probably did it to Misa, but she didn't care. She didn't care. She didn't care. Highlight that. See, like yesterday they left, okay? They left when Daniel Phillips was up testifying. They left yesterday. But here's the thing. Today, I haven't heard, I haven't read anything where it states that that they left the courtroom. So let me play this one for you. Hold on a second. Hold on.
Diddy updates continue, guys. Secret Service Sam here. So Daniel Phillips, witness number 2, had taken Molly, like I said, went to Times Square, became a different person, and with the money that he made from Cassie and the Diddler, he started throwing $100 bills out in Times Square. And this is an insane story, he said. He said there was another guy having S with Cassie. Cassie was blowfishing Diddy, if you know what I mean. Okay. The guy kept looking at Diddy in the face, and Diddy goes, "Look, mother effer, stop looking at my face." And he said, "I'm not looking at you." And Cassie ran off because she was scared, okay? So there was this showdown because apparently this guy was staring at Diddler too long, which what are you going to do when you're bumping knuckles? Cassie came back to the couch. She was scared to go back to the couch. After Molly, he got cash and, yes, handed it out in Times Square. Came back to the hotel, tiles on floor, baby oil on floor, Astroglide everywhere. Seemed like some action had already gone down. He had said he was paid $700 to $6,000 at a time. Cassie always paid Daniel Phillips. Daniel said, Diddy said, "Did you get your bread?" Like from Cassie. And he had said, "Had you ever been paid for S before?" They asked Daniel Phillips, "Was he an escort?" He said, "No." He was saying no. When he didn't perform well, he did not get paid. So you have to perform in Diddy's world
Just
to get
said that.
paid. And they said, "Why go back if not paid?" And he said he was just excited to be there around famous people in the scene. And he didn't even care to be paid. That's how we know Daniel Phillips wasn't even really an escort at all. He was just like, they had money and wanted to do it. And he thought, cool, I'm hanging out with Diddy and getting to have, S with the hottest girl he had ever seen. So he almost became this in a way. So it's so interesting. It goes on. I got notes, baby, for years I haven't taken notes in years. Shout out to Miss Rosencrantz.
So Daniel didn't care if he got paid or not. He was just happy to be having sex with Cassie, hanging out with Diddy, and being around all that money. So he didn't care. Now, tomorrow, Cassie is expected to take the stand again tomorrow. Now, they're going to bring in, Cassie is expected to be on the stand at least for the next 2 to 3 days, but they're going to bring in Jane Doe number 3. I think they found witness number 3. Now, LB Shore is slated to testify, but he's working out a deal. Well, his attorney is working out a deal with the prosecution. Okay, LB Shore is trying to promote his book, of course. I do believe, like when I watched the whole interview on Good Morning, I think it was Good Morning America. I watched that whole interview, and that man is steadfast in the fact that Diddy is the one that put him in the coma. I do believe him. Organ failure, everything was shutting down on him. Till this day, the doctors still don't know what caused it. So you got to remember, when Diddy was trying to get Alex Fine out the courtroom because he was the one that actually rescued Cassie after he allegedly ordered her in 2018. Okay, that was after was it right after Kim Porter's death or right before? He didn't want Alex in the courtroom, but he's also being charged with arson when he blew up that car. He also had taken a hit out on Alex after Alex stood up to him for what he did to Cassie. It's interesting listening to all the commentary. There have been a good amount saying Diddy's team has discredited some. No, they haven't. No, they haven't. Cassie herself said she did it to please Diddy, okay? When she wanted to stop, he wouldn't allow it, and they produced those messages in court. Well, one was an email. And he flat out told her, make it happen anyway. So at that time, it became coercion. The one bodyguard from Chicago said it's cyanide poisoning. Oh my God. So you think they would, you know what? I got to read that book to see if they tested him for cyanide poisoning. Because this man was healthy. And he just fighting for his life. So Cassie herself told the story on how, yes, she did it to please him. But at a point, it wasn't her choice anymore. Hi, Callie, babe. Hi, sweetie. It wasn't her choice anymore. Nope. So, but again, my heart goes out to Cassie and her husband. Her husband is sitting there with his fine ass self, Alex Fine. May I add, he is fine as shit. He's in court. There was some footage of him leaving court today. They didn't show Cassie leaving court today. I don't know if she left. He was getting in the van. So maybe she was already in the van. But Alex is there with his wife, and he did not want him there at all. He did not want him in that court. And Cassie is in her third trimester. She's in her third trimester. So again, we also know that Odie had said once before, you remember Odie? We talked about Odie the other day, who went crazy in the Trump Hotel. He had stated about him having sex with Cassie even before all of this stuff came out. The cops in Florida didn't want to hear it, didn't believe him. Then we see where the NDA was signed, and he paid him $5 million. That came out. So Diddy is not getting away with this shit. And you can say that his mind was fucked up on drugs, whatever you want to say. This man is a menace to fucking society. He's a menace. He doesn't belong around people. And the fact that his mother is sitting there now, I want to know if one of those witnesses is going to be the lady in California that filed not one, not two, but 3 police reports. And now those departments are being looked into. You remember the one cop in Hawaii that they suspended him until the investigation is done because he was one of the officers that took that report and nothing ever happened with it. And also there's a couple of cops in New York that are now being investigated for not doing their damn jobs. So LB Shore said he even went to the police several times, not realizing that the police were on the payroll of Bad Boy Entertainment. Okay, so again, we're going to see what happens in court tomorrow. It was something else that I wanted to play for you guys. Oh, here we go.
Update on the Diddy case. The Daniel Phillips, the witness number 1, said after the first time he saw Diddy hit Cassie, he couldn't get his little Jimmy. He couldn't get his Jimmy excited anymore. ED. He said he had S with Cassie and Diddy came out. Cassie was on her computer. Here's him describing it. He yelled, "Babe, come here." Okay? Cassie said, "Hold on one second. I have personal information on my computer. I'm closing my computer down." Diddy comes out and throws a liquor bottle, is what he thought, at her head. It hits
They
the
found
wall,
witness number 3,
grabbed her by the
supposedly.
hair, dragged her into the bedroom. She was screaming. He pulled her in, and then this is when Daniel Phillips said in the room he heard sounds slapping. Cassie said, I'm sorry. He said, B word. When I tell you to come, you come now, not later. Jeez, Lord. He was shocked by the violence, terrified. Daniel Phillips was. Came out of nowhere. Why did he not intervene?
Exactly.
And Daniel Phillips said because Diddler's security was like so close, always in the other room, 5 guys, they would have unalived him. He said, if I did something, I might lose my life. That was a bombshell when I heard that one today. Patriots, Secret Service, Sam out, Sam.
So, hi, MRH. So, yes, that man said his bodyguards were always there. And they said when Kathy, you heard the reporter, when Cassie was shown pictures of 7 people in court today, they said her whole body language changed. And you can see she was scared because she was describing the people in those in the pictures and what their jobs were. He should have taken the 15 years. I don't know why he thinks he's getting away with this. I really don't. I really don't know. How does he think he's going to get away with this? They're trying to liken it to domestic violence. No, at one point, it became coercion, trafficking, forced labor. She testified to that today when she was being forced to perform. That's not consensual at all, people. That is not consensual. It's just like Shannon Sharp. I don't care how many times you've had sex in the anus, okay? Don't care how many times you did it. She said, okay. That one time she says no. That is no. Non-consensual. I don't care if you did it 55 times in 3 days. Don't care. The minute she said no, it becomes no. So I'm looking to see what happens there. I'm looking to see what's going to happen with Smokey Robinson. I'm just waiting to see all these people that's going to get hit. I'm waiting to see all these people that are going to come out the woodwork. For some reason, they think that Diddy's going to snitch. I think if he was going to snitch, he would have snitched by now. Okay? Now, do I think that they may shut him up? Who knows? I do believe that he had a lot to do with Tupac's death. I do believe he had a lot to do with Biggie's death. Even Biggie's mother thought so. Okay? So, who knows? Stevie J is on here acting stupid. He wants to fight 50 Cent. Man, get a damn life with your over-swollen ass. I just watched your ass get evicted from a fucking apartment after you got out of jail. Who the fuck you fighting? You want money. 50 ain't gonna fight you? For what? God only knows what you have. Get the fuck out of here. Hi, sister, I'm getting ready to call you. You're so, girl, hi, Scotland. Hi, sweetie, I hope you're doing good. Let's see. He thinks he's smart, like 4 years. Jeffrey was offered 4 years. He wouldn't take it. Now he's doing 18. Hi, damn it, Mandy. You've always thought what, sweetie? Wait a minute. Viola? Drea, what are we talking about? You think he's going to get 25 years? He was looking at 15 years. Well, the offer was 15. Hi, Just Beetle. So I was I went into what's his name? Standing on Business, Eric Foss. And what got me was the community post that he did about what's her name? Butterfly Kisses. I don't know if you guys remember Butterfly Kisses, but Butterfly Kisses was a mod for me way back when, and she modded for Yvette as well. So the same scams that she's trying to run over there, but at the time she was calling me, telling me that she was living in some house. They had rented her and her son. They had rented to her, and then the wife got upset and wanted to put them out. Her daughter didn't want anything to do with her. So I'm offering her resources and telling her, but places to go in Canada. Come to find out that then she's calling me crying because Yvette was supposed to send her son $100 for his birthday, but she never did. And when I talked to Yvette about that, she's like, that's not the way that went. So the same scam she was pulling over here, she's trying to pull over there in MobTube. And I went in there and I just had to write that. I had to put that in the chat. I'm starting to think he would get lucky like R. Kelly did the first time. I don't think so, damn it, Mandy. He had something to do with Biggie and Tupac. Him and Suge Knight had something to do with Biggie's and Tupac's death. Now, everybody is talking about, they made an arrest. That shit has been out for years. Years. We knew that Keefy D had something to do with this shit. Shit, he said it. Him and his nephew. Come on now. When I'm looking. But yeah, I don't think he's going to get... I think he was trying to downplay Cassie's pregnancy. I don't think her pregnancy has anything to do with her testimony. I think they put her up there first because of the fact that she's in that third trimester. And I think they're not trying to stress her out. But I want to see what his defense attorneys do when they cross-examine her. Because I think she has hurt him right about now. She admitted at first it was consensual. She was doing it. She wanted to please him. Then she tried to back out. She didn't want to do it anymore. And she was beaten. She was humiliated. She was dragged. And everybody that was there. So can you imagine the names this woman is going to be calling for everybody that was around, including Gene Deal? Okay, that includes Gene Deal, who witnessed all of this as well. So Gene Deal had better not be saying too much of nothing. He's just as guilty as all the rest of them. He was there, he witnessed it, and now he wants to talk about everything that's going on. I want to know about Cuba Gooding Jr. and I want to know if Lil Rod is going to be testifying because they're saying it hinges on 4 victims. 4. We know Cassie is 1. We have victim 1, victim 2, victim 3. Cassie is under her name. Now, victim 3, they weren't able to get a hold of, but as of yesterday late, I think yesterday afternoon, I heard that victim 3 would be taking the stand. Don't know who victim 3 is. His attorneys will victimize her. I don't think they're going to allow that, but we'll see. We'll see. Suge did? Okay. Lil Rod was there today. See, I didn't see everybody walking in and out the courtroom. So Lil Rod was there today. So did he go into the courtroom? Because if he's going to testify, he can't be in the courtroom. Hi, Wisco Gal. None of them, Just Beetle, none of them. He didn't step up to do anything. So this trial, they're saying it's going to take 2 to 3 months. But here's the thing. Everything they have pulled from those videos. There is nothing going around that. So his daughters were in court today, and they heard the woman that was in a relationship with their dad for 10 years that they know personally. You can't tell me those daughters, the sons, didn't witness Cassie with black eyes, bruises. You can't tell me, or not even the mother. You can't tell me they didn't see that woman bruised up and beat up. Get the hell out of here. Hi, Deborah. No, he was still there in 2018. Hi, Party Rock. He was still there in 2018. Cassie is the one that kicked it off. Yes, she is. She's the one that kicked it off. You think Gene left before? I know. He broke up with Cassie they broke up in 2018 after Alex rescued her. Gene was still there, I thought. The other bodyguard left before Cassie. What's his name? Rodney something. He left before Cassie. So Gene left. He left doing Danny Kane. Okay. All right, got you. But he still knew he was beating these women. He knew it. Anyway, I'm trying to think, was there any other thing that was shocking that happened in court today? Let me see. I'm trying to remember. Yesterday was just about Daniel Phillips, the opening statement. But I don't understand why the daughters were still in court when they're listening to what he did to Cassie, how he sat there and watched her get beat, how he sat there and pleasured himself as she was being with other men. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here, but I'm going to tell you guys right now, if you guys are not watching Love on the Spectrum, please watch it, because you know what? I am going to cover that. It's on Netflix. And then Virgins is coming out on TLC. I have to see tomorrow. I need to check with Debbie's schedule to see how her day went, to see if we're going to do a live tomorrow night, because we still need to talk about Sister Wives, and I did watch it. So I want to see what her schedule looks like tomorrow. But I know that Debbie and Jamal might go live tomorrow around 3 o'clock Pacific time, 6 o'clock Eastern, and 5 o'clock Central, because she's very pregnant. Sassy, they put Cassie up. Yeah, she's in her third trimester. So, but she will be back tomorrow. She will be on the stand tomorrow. But again, she did say she wanted to make him happy, but after a while, she just didn't want to do it anymore, and he was forcing her to do it. He forced her. So I also want to see Drea. What's Lil Miami? I want to see if Lil Miami is going to testify. You know why I'm saying that? Because Little Miami was served with a subpoena at her birthday party last year. She was served with the subpoena last year. I also want to know if the cameraman, the IT guy who had all the cameras, who had everything up in the cloud, I want to know if they're going to bring him in to testify. Now, we know his little drug mule made some type of deal because he's already finished the program and all charges have been dropped. Yeah, right. Okay, so we'll see what happens there. I'm trying to think what else. She did say, she said that while she was laying on the floor in a position she couldn't get out easily, an escort, not Daniel Phillips, an escort, urinated on her at P. Diddy's direction, and then she said that the guy started choking her because Sean Combs directed him to choke her. She said eventually when Sean saw her, he told the guy to stop. So he was telling these escorts to choke her. So I'm just like, oh my God. So so she was being abused. But that is the update. If there's any explosive testimony tomorrow, I'll break in with it. But you have to listen. That's the only thing I can't stand. It's the fact that it's a federal case. No cameras are allowed. They're not going to film it. I've been listening to Karen Reed, and guys, that Karen Reed trial is something else. This woman, the defense team went at her, the one that lied in that first trial. I wonder if Cuff Daddy had the kids there to maybe guilt Cassie. I don't know. I thought about that too, but you gotta think, and that's what I was saying, damn it, Mandy. These kids has been around her. They were in a 10-year relationship. You can't tell me they don't know. They haven't seen this woman with bruises and everything else. I got the link. I have it up. I'm going to watch her because she's talking about Cassie. So, yes, I'm going to watch it. Hold on. Let me just do this real quick. Hold on, guys. I was sent a link by Mari. Let's listen.
Shit just got even weirder. Cassie just told the court how specific, how detailed, and how disturbing things really were behind closed doors with Diddy. She said she had to keep white nails or French tips,
I said that.
wax, tan, and piercings, all at his suggestion. Her outfits, see-through, netted, and extremely high heels.
And she shaved her head.
Aliases like Frank White or Frank Black. Cassie booked under Jackie Star, and these freak-offs happened everywhere. New York City, LA, Ibiza, Miami, Turks and Caicos, even Vegas. She said the baby oil had to be heated in the sink and reapplied every 5 minutes. Sometimes they'd go through 10 bottles in a night.
Yeah, I said that.
If you weren't shiny enough, he would let you know. And then
To apply more.
the nickname, Diddy asked her to call him Pop Pop.
Yep. So he was Pop, and she was called CC. They asked her what was CC, and it said Cassie Combs, but she would call Diddy Pop. Okay.
The same thing she called her granddad.
Okay. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna follow her. Her name is Shake My Ash. What? Shake My Ash. Okay, I'm following Shake My Ash. So she's in the courtroom, and the same. So is she sitting in the courtroom too? I guess so, because they have to draw straws, but they're not sequestering that jury. So we'll see what happens. She does daily reportings. Predators gaslight the kids or whoever. So you mean to tell me I don't have to go to X. I don't have to get play by plays. I can just go to her or go to the Secret Service guy and I can get play by play. I don't know if they were ever engaged or not. I don't know. But after 10 years, shit, after 10 years, you're not engaged. So I don't have to, keep X up and get alerts and shit when things are being reported, and I don't have to write stuff down anymore. I'll just go there. I'll just go there. Okay, her name is Shake My Ash. That's her name. Okay, so she must be inside of the courtroom because she's whispering and there's a lot of noise in the background. So I don't know where she might be in one of the. No, I think she's standing in the hallway if I'm looking at the windows. Hold on, let's see what else she had to say.
Cassie just dropped some of the most painful details we've heard so far. This wasn't just being watched, this was being recorded without her consent. She said Diddy started recording the Schmeck sessions early in their relationship. No discussion, no permission, just recorded. She eventually deleted what she could. She said, I never wanted anyone to see me like that.
Oh, wait a minute. Also, Jane Doe said when she tried to get out of doing it, he used the tapes to blackmail her to keep her going because he was going to send it to her family so they can see. Yes, I forgot that detail.
And sometimes he'd leave the room and watch the whole thing on FaceTime. Yeah, that happened. She said she tried to speed things up just to get to the part she actually liked alone time with him, but he'd get mad if it ended too soon. It was his fantasy. He was controlling everything. In one session, she said Diddy asked her to take the escorts and put it on his nipples. When asked if she wanted to do that, she just said, no. This isn't kink. This is control, surveillance, and deep humiliation. Drop your thoughts below. We need to talk about this.
Okay, so you heard that part about the nipples. Put the semen on his nipples. I thought they were her nipples, but he wanted the semen on his nipples. Oh, okay. That's it. No more freak offs for me. I'm sorry. I'm not going to any more white parties. We're not doing any more freak offs. So I'm done with the freak offs. Let's see. People are camping out. I thought they were doing like lottery. I thought they did like lottery things. If you had a ticket, you'll get in. So they're doing it every day. First come, first serve. That's crazy. How are you guaranteed to get in a courtroom every day? Yeah, it's nasty. I thought it was her nipples, but I misheard that until I heard her say it. He wanted it put on his nipples. Yeah, he's sick. Just Beetle, how are you doing? He's really, really sick. Anyway, just wanted to give you guys that quick little update. And this is just sickening, but I can't wait to see who else is testifying. So those are the victims, but there are other testimony that's going to be coming in from other people. Now what I want to see, Alex Fine can't testify. He's sitting in the courtroom. If Lil Rod was at court today, he's not testifying. Because if you're going to testify, you're not supposed to be in the court as other testimony is going as other testimony is going on, because they don't want that to taint what you're going to say, even though you probably interviewed with the prosecution team already. They've already gave you a little heads up on what questions are going to be asked. They prepped you for the defense team as well. But again, if you're going to testify in a trial, you should not be in that courtroom. And I think it works the same way for federal. So she's paying someone to hold her spot. Lord have mercy. Oh my God. Yeah, he can't be there. So if he's testifying, why is little, because he sued him, and now he was asked to put his civil lawsuit on hold until after the trial. So I was thinking he's going to testify. Maybe he was at court, but not inside the courtroom. Maybe he was meeting with the prosecutors. Maybe they're hoping to call him in the next couple of days. I heard Maddie has gained 30 pounds in rehab and she's still in there. Gerald is out and maintaining his sobriety. Oh, girl. Okay. Look, okay. So, yeah, so maybe he was there because they don't know if they're going to call him or not this week. But I can't see him being inside the courtroom. Drea, have you heard about Lil Rod being inside the courtroom or just at the courthouse? Because I'm thinking maybe he's there being prepared to be called as a witness. Okay, he stayed outside. Okay. I think maybe they're thinking they're going to call him. I guess it depends on how the questioning goes with Cassie. LB Shore is going to take the stand. He's been subpoenaed. LB Shore has been subpoenaed. I don't know how that's going to go across with Quincy, but yeah, he has been subpoenaed. And what group is this? Two of those guys from, I forgot what the group is, they're going to be testifying as well. Okay, got it. Okay, so we'll see, because he can't be in the courtroom. Now, he can be at the courthouse, waiting to see if he's going to be called today or not, but he cannot be in that courtroom. So we'll see how this goes, but they're not releasing too many witness names or anything else. But hi Bonero. Hi. Nothing's being said about Justin that I know of. Oh, Justin Bieber. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. They haven't even said if he was subpoenaed or not. Did he did it? Did it, girl? Did it? You think by day 26, Q's going to be in the stand? What? You mean Q the son? Drea, you talking about Q the son? Q can't take the stand. He's in court every day. Oh, you mean what Q? What Q? We got a lot of Qs. Because the son can't take the stand. Now, I want to know when Christian is going to be charged with something, because he's got 2 cases pending against him, and those are civil. So I want to know when is Christian. Is it? Yeah, when is Christian? That's the one that looks just like him, so we know that's his son. Yeah, the band. Yeah, it's 2 of those from that band. 2 of those from that band. They're going to be testifying. Justin said on the site that he was testifying. I'll find it. Well, see, he's the only one now, unless I didn't know he was subpoenaed. So he probably was, like LB Shore, because Cassie was, oh my God, Gimpy girl. She ain't no damn victim. we knew Cassie was subpoenaed, but Cassie was trying to get out of it because she was worried about that NDA. And the prosecutors just told her that no, Danity Kane is day 26. They're coming out the woodworks. Yes, that's the one. That's the one. Do you think Usher's going to go in there and testify? I would love to see their witness thing. I really want to see the list of people. What, you think he's on medication? He might be on medication. He may be on medication. Yeah, J-Lo was part of that shooting. That cab driver said that J-Lo was the one that had the gun. They tried to give the gun to him. He wouldn't take it. J-Lo has a lot to do with a lot of shit. A lot to do with a lot. But you know what I want to know? If Kimora Lee Simmons will be testifying. I know Cassie's songwriter is testifying. I want to know if Kimora Lee Simmons will be testifying. That's what I want to know. Also, Russell Simmons, that lawsuit that was dropped because he's not coming back to the States, she refiled it again. Okay. He's not coming back. But I want to know if Kimora will be testifying. Yes, exactly, Gimpy girl. She should be in trouble. Oh, and Meek Mills, girl, when that recording was submitted for evidence as well. Meek Mills, I hope you're on that, because I want you to sit in court and tell those people that was not your booty cheeks that were being slapped by Diddy, because we heard it. We heard it. We heard it. Meek Mills. Then we saw you in the pool with your booty tooted up, trying to get some cold water in there. We heard it. Yeah, I don't know if she's at the trial. I want to know if she's testifying. You sent it to me on TikTok? Hold on a second. Mari, you're getting good at this TikTok, girl. You're getting good at TikTok. Oh, okay, hold on.
I am absolutely going to testify. I won't even say his name. He is an evil being and is going to pay. I am absolutely going to testify. I won't even say his name. He is an evil being and is going to pay. I am absolutely going to testify. I won't even say his name. He is an evil being and is going to pay. I am absolutely going to testify. I won't even say his name. He is an evil being and is going to pay. I am absolutely.
See, I'm trying to see if that's him talking or if that's AI, because I'm looking, trying to make sure that the mouth is moving correctly. I was trying to see if his mouth is moving correctly. Hold on, guys. Let me show you this, because I want to see what you think. Did Cliff Notes Anna go live? Damn. Okay, did I miss her live? Let me get to my messages. Hold on. Let me go to my profile. Let me get to my messages. How the hell I do that? Oh, there we go. God, I got 99 messages. 99 messages and a bitch ain't one. Okay, hold on. Let me share my screen. So you were looking at it too. Okay. Chris is in Paris and Kim's at the trial. Of course, Kim's ass going to be at the trial. Hold on. Let me bring this up so you guys can tell me. TikTok. Hold on. Let's
I am
look.
absolutely going to testify. I am absolutely going to testify. I won't even say his name. He is an evil being and is going to pay.
Let's play it again.
I am absolutely going to testify. I won't even say his name. He is an evil being and is going to pay. I am absolutely going to testify. I won't even say his name. He is an evil being.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Hi, Marcia. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just got a picture of Lisa from today. Look at her lips. Oh my God. They just sent me. Hold on. Look at her lips. All right, Dre, I'm going to send it to you. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure it out. Hold on, Drea. I'm going to send it to you right now so you can tell me. Because it's looking. Oh, let me share. Hold on. Damn it, Drea. Hold on. Let me back out. Let me forward. Share. I can't share it that way. I'm going to have to do it from my phone, Drea. I'll send it to you because it's not letting me share it to you. Forward. Yeah, it's not letting me send it to you. I'm going to have to do it from my phone. I, yeah, I'll send it so you can see. Did you see Michelle's? Who's Michelle? 3 TikTok videos on LR. Who's Michelle? That's what I was saying. Looked like the words were coming out faster. Yeah, Mari, send it to Drea. And it's under her name. It's just Draya. Thank you. It does look like the words are coming. And that's what I was looking at his lips to trying to see if they were actually forming those words. No, Kim wasn't there. No, not Kim. The boyfriend was. He was there. The mother, Chris, wasn't there. Thank you, Mari. Drea, so tell me, what do you think? Because I think you're right, sister. Yep, it doesn't look like it's sinking too much. Okay, so Drea's gonna let us know. Sister, girl, Shamar had me rolling. Girl, this woman was talking about Shamar's old neighbor was talking about how Shamar told these people that the maintenance man had ordered him and it wasn't even true. Girl, Shamar dragged his mother on Mother's Day. I'm like, what is wrong with this crazy ass, psycho ass man? Oh, wait a minute. I'm going to show you guys this. Now, he's supposed to have all of this money, right? It's AI. Okay. Thank you, Drea. It's AI. I'm going to show you this and then I'm going to go. I'm going to go. Shamar went on TikTok, sister. He was begging for money to pay his cell phone bill. Here we go.
I just need y'all to help me real quick because I am trying to pay my phone bill. If y'all not trying to help me, then
Look at that lace
y'all
front,
don't
girl. It's
love me.
gone.
Y'all don't support me. Y'all don't fuck with me or nothing. I'm just trying to pay my phone bill. I need 100 or whatever. If you trying to, you know what I'm saying, help me, make sure you DM me Please, I just need y'all to help me real quick because I am trying to pay my phone bill. If y'all not trying to help me, then y'all don't love me, y'all don't support me, y'all don't fuck with me or nothing. I'm just trying to pay my phone bill. I need
Shamar, nobody fuck with you. But then he came on and said this.
Like, y'all are weird to me and y'all are making me scared now. Why are you living in my family? Like, what?
What?
Like, what?
What? Leave me alone.
Like, I don't get y'all. Like, y'all really making me scared. Leave me the fuck alone.
Along.
Like, y'all are weird to me.
Y'all leave him the fuck alone. Okay? Here, wait a minute. Him and Alvo are back together. Wait a minute. Oh, yes. Hold on. Let me show. Thank you. I know who you're talking about. Here is Michelle. Okay. So here is Michelle. Michelle is terminally ill. She's bedridden. And Lisa has taken full advantage of this woman.
This message is for my friend, Lisa Richard. If you're not Lisa Richard, stay around and watch, because she told some big old lies on me today, and I want to make sure you know the truth. You might want to tag her so she'll know to come in here, because I'm blocked on her page, and she's blocked on everything else I have. So I saw a video. I apologize for the way I look, by the way. I actually just got home from surgery.
Okay, hold
I had
on.
no filter.
Okay, I don't want to play that one. That's not the one I want to play. I think this is the one.
Hey, y'all. I've calmed down for a few minutes since that other video, and so I just wanted to make a closing, because at that moment I could not say another word. I felt like my heart was going to beat out of my chest. I would never have come on TikTok and showed screenshots and made it gossip. I never had any intention to do that. Yes, I was going to tell my story.
This woman is terminally ill, just had surgery, bedridden, and she has pressed charges against Lisa for theft by deception. And you're going to hear in this one the lies that Lisa told her.
And I still will. But I wasn't going to do it until things are filed. I don't want clout. I don't want anyone to even talk to me about this. Like, I don't want any of it. I wasn't going to tell my story. I was just going to never have any contact with Lisa again. But I'll be honest, when Lisa started making videos, bringing God into it, telling people that if they didn't give her money, that God was going to get us or them or whoever, and that we would be punished, and she would sit back and watch us with her karma. And that is not true. I'm a Christian. I am a follower of Jesus, and I do not like that misinformation going out there. And then when I heard the way that someone was spoken to about danger to their kids, I take that as speaking curses. When you're making wishes on that like that, you're speaking curses on people. And I have no part of that at all. Like I said, I don't want anything from this. I just want to be left alone. And I just want Lisa to stop. I honestly don't think that she even sees anything wrong with what she's doing. I really don't. Even when she apologizes and admits, takes accountability for something, if you'll notice, it's always tied back into, it's something that the people of TikTok pushed her to do. They pushed her to this limit. So even though she's admitting it, she's never taking blame or fault for anything that she does. Her family has been devastated. So many others have been devastated. And it needs to stop. I never wanted Lisa to go to jail. It's never been my intention. But I honestly feel like if something doesn't stop her, and if that means going away, then it does, so that she can get some real help for mental illness, which I do not blame her if she has mental illness, But I do.
I blame her.
If you don't get it fixed.
Hold on a second.
I
See,
don't know.
this is where I don't agree with her on. Her mental illness is not an excuse for the shit she has done at all. You know right from wrong. And I feel bad for Michelle. But the first time Lisa lied to you and she admitted it, you kept sending her money. So I don't feel sorry for you. I'm sorry that you're ill. But the first time she lied to you and admitted it, you should have known better.
Oh, another person that's ever been like Lisa. I am angry at Lisa. I'm not mad like I'm gonna get her. I'm not. I want her to get help, and she's not gonna do it on her own.
Jail or body bag.
I don't ever want to come on here and show screenshots. I can't even talk. I'm so upset. I'm not. I don't want any drama about this. I don't want anything. I have been hurt so badly.
Girl, stop.
To have her come on and tell lies about me. It's not fair.
So, because she's telling lies about you, now you're going to come forward. See, when I heard this yesterday, I was so pissed off because you knew she was lying and you kept sending her money. The first time you had to bark, girl, stop.
It's not fair.
Stop.
I ask that you believe me. I understand if you don't, but there will not be a case filed if there's not proof of it. You can't just go in and say such and such did this. There will be proof. And I would rather that proof stay with the police department. I don't want it on TikTok. I can't handle drama. I can't handle fussing. I will walk away. But I'm not scared of Lisa anymore. I'm not scared what will happen if someone finds out the things she done to me, and you should not be either. I have an amazing family who loves me. They take care of me 24 hours a day. When I tell you that I am bedridden, I am bedridden. I can't do one thing by myself. Period. I have 24-hour day care. And I do believe that Lisa manipulated me.
What?
I believe that she knew my weaknesses. I worked in ministry for 15 years. For kids, adults who were in bad situations. The kids' parents, one was either on drugs, in jail. There was a lot of things. These were not just like the popular kids, you know. And we made them a home on a Friday night youth service. And for 15 years, my husband and I led this. And my heart was always for people who were hungry. I've took food to people in the middle of the night when their parents weren't there and they had none. I mean, I'm not bragging about anything I did. This was all God. I'm not saying that. But I have a heart for ministry, and that's how I originally went into this. I do want to correct one thing I said in the previous video. I said, do you think I liked being your friend? I did not mean that to come out. Because, I'll be honest, Lisa never acted like this to me. I never seen her do anything that she does in lives. She was very well spoken. She seemed very compassionate and very kind. Except when she was mad, of course. But I didn't watch everything on TikTok. I didn't know about all that going on. I didn't know about any of that stuff until...
No, you had to have known. Okay, because you watch TikTok, so you had to have known. Okay, and then the fact when she took that $2,500 from that woman who buried her niece with cancer because she thought that her son had stage 4 brain cancer. Michelle, you were in those lives. You were watching everybody said, "Don't give her money. She's lying." You were in there. I've seen you in there,
and I'm having to go back and find lots of things now. There's no excuses. I don't have any excuses. I felt like Lisa was my friend.
No.
Yes, I gave her grace more than I'm with other people when I was lied to. But I just thought it was because, I was in ministry. I was trying to encourage her, trying to help her. I miss that badly. I haven't been able to be in ministry in over 10 years because of my health. And I miss that. I have a great character around people. I have, the thing that is the biggest,
Hi, Texas girl.
I don't know,
I hope you had a
thing
great
that I
Mother's
don't
Day.
like, that
Are
will
you
make me
red?
upset more than anything, is lying. And Lisa knows that. Can ask my kids. They'll gladly tell you that my most biggest pet peeve is lying. Don't lie.
Yep, that's
And I
her.
always told her she didn't ever have to lie to me. And I meant it. If she told me she was doing drugs, okay. I didn't enable her to do drugs. Except when I was lied to. And it's death by deception. I'm sorry, it is.
The first
It
time,
is.
not the second.
And Lisa, I don't want to add, I don't add any kind of other charges on there if you're going to try to lie about me or, make my character look bad. I don't want to have to do that, okay? But I just want this to stop. I truly want you to get help. You know that I truly always cared about you. I just would be so frustrated at the lies. And I didn't.
You heard her. The
There's
lie.
lots of things you lied to me about that I didn't know until all this happened. But the big things I did find out. I did. You admitted you did it. You lied. None of this would have come out on TikTok had you not done what you did. It's 2 lies you've told on me. I would like to ask you to please stop talking about me, and I will stop talking about you. But don't lie on me, or I will tell the truth. Period. And
So, hold on.
this message is for my friend, Lisa. Do you know how sick I me that? But you better get to the doctor because you're gray and your face is.
So, I want you to listen.
Do you think
She said that she hadn't talked to her, right? But then she's saying right here that she talked to her the other
I
day.
see you?
Remember, she
Because
said
of how
she was
upset I
blocked
was. And
everywhere.
I told you, I made a PSA. I never told anyone that was you. Never until now. I told you, you cannot do this to people who are terminal, who have chronic illness, because just a little lie or just a little hurt can cause them to die. You remember when I said, if I wouldn't have made it, my husband would have told you that my blood is on your hands, right? Do you remember how mad you got about that? Do you remember how you were so mad about that you never even cared, that you just lied to me about a rehab scam and then sent me fake videos of a fake wreck, that your dad had a wreck? I mean, and threatened to throw yourself in front of a truck or whatever so you don't want to be out in the middle of nowhere? I'm not stupid, Lisa. You know what it was? God sent me to help you. Do you think I liked it? No, I didn't. But I wanted to be a supportive person to you. I'm going to tell you something, honey. Rehab ain't going to do you no good. It's not going to do you no good if you don't go get some mental help. And you lied to me. You also said,
Hold on, here
made
we
these
go.
people think, man, I checked on you what? Last weekend? The other weekend?
Now, she checked on her. She said she had her blocked on everything. That's what she said in that other video. Now she's saying she checked
I said,
on her.
please don't text me back, but you better get to the doctor because you're gray and your face is swollen. And I care about you. And I still care about you right now. And I am so mad at you, I cannot see straight right now. I have took it and took it and took it and took it, and you lied to me, and you lied to me, and you lied to me, and you lied to me. You also said, made these people sound like I just give you tons of money all the time, and you know that's a lie. You know that's a lie. I bought you food, didn't I? Mm-hmm. And I did help you with small amounts here and there, other than the 2 rehab scams you lied to me about.
So here we go. She knew the first time she lied with that rehab scam. Then she lied and said her daddy was in a car accident. Then she lied and told her that her daddy had had a heart attack. So she's lied to her over and over again. Why would you keep giving her money? Is my question.
And also, your dad. That's 3 scams. And I ain't saying another word about anything else I got, because you know every time you lie to me, this is not going to be a drama thing. I don't want anyone to comment on me about this. I want it dropped. And yes, you know what? English ain't put me up to nothing. English is helping me because she knows I'm a good person. And I know she's a good person. I ain't in nothing else about where you live and where you going. You know, I have never once played games with you, ever. I never made you act like I was going to help you and not. I don't find any time I ever helped you.
This woman
Ever,
borrowed
which was
money
not a ton.
to help
Ever.
her.
I did buy you food a few times, but never Oh, and that cash app you gave me that was your brother's was actually your DD. No, not one that everybody said. One that's confirmed. And I was never going to say anything about this. I just want you to stop before someone unalives you or you unalive yourself.
He's
That's
not
it.
going to stop.
That's it. I'm doing
Now,
that.
that's it for her. But let me show you what I posted today. So Lisa has lied. She came on live and she asked for $30.
Wake up, it's a long night, dog.
She needed to get her last hit before she goes to the hospital. She came back on and she said nobody helped her. Okay, she lied. This woman sent her $30 yesterday to get her food and stuff so she can go to the hospital. You know what she did? As soon as that woman sent her the money, she blocked her. She blocked her. Yes, she was going to keep the secret, and Lisa lied on her. So when she lied to you, and not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 5 times, you kept giving her money. So I understand. I feel bad because you have a terminal illness. I feel bad that you just came out the hospital, but I feel no empathy for you because you were enabling a drug addict. Lisa is not taking that money and buying food unless it's sent to her. Let's stop playing. And I think that picture that was taken of her in that abandoned house, she keeps harping on it every time she goes live. I'm beginning to believe she had that picture taken so it can be sent to the awareness pages, which it was sent to the awareness page on Facebook. So I think she had that picture taken. I feel no empathy or sympathy for Lisa. She was up there crying, but nobody called her on Mother's Day, not her kids. Your family gave up on you. They don't care. So if your own family won't help you, won't bring you anything to drink or give you anything to eat, what the fuck makes you think that strangers online owe you anything? Nope, she's not innocent, and that's the way I feel about it. Yep, she had that picture taken. She definitely had that picture taken. First of all, who would take it and know where to send it? They know the awareness page on Facebook. They know about all these pages. It was sent on Facebook because they knew people were going to go over there and grab it. I'm an administrator on 2 of those pages. 2 of those pages I'm an administrator on. So she knew. That picture was taken. She had that picture taken. So that's why she keeps harking on it. Oh no, she's not in an abandoned house. When the picture, I don't know how that picture got out there. You put it out there. She's a manipulator and she's a user. Every time I see her live, if I'm able to go in there, I tell her about herself. You guys will see me. I'm in there. There's my picture. I tell her about herself. One day she got mad and muted me. This was the other day. She muted me. So I went under my burner account and kept going at her. And then she turned off the comments. I don't feel any empathy for Michelle. I'm sorry. I do feel bad because she's terminally ill, but we've already said Lisa targets older people. She knows every day there's more and more people coming in there. You were in those chats, Michelle. I've seen your name. People are telling you, don't send her money. She's lying. Nothing's wrong with her dad. And if you guys remember, she's going, Miss Michelle, if you can call me later, because Miss Michelle, please. That was Michelle right there. That's Michelle. Christmas time, she gave her all of her Christmas money. That's Michelle. She borrowed money when her father allegedly died to help her with the funeral. Get the fuck out of here. You knew she lied to you at Christmas time. You knew that. You knew she lied to you in September about that rehab scam. So she lied to you in September. She lied to you around Christmas time. She's lied to you twice about her dad dying. When were you going to learn? Oh, and her dad had a heart attack and a bad car accident. Forgot about that. Just go listen to Michelle talk. There is no excuse for her enabling Lisa. So I don't feel bad for her. She wasn't provoked to leave that voicemail. So what happened was she had sent this woman all these messages, right? The messages have been posted. They're posted on Lady Reds. They're posted on Nookies. They're posted on Mickey Mouse. So then Lisa left her a voice message because the woman told her that she wasn't going to give her any money. She wished that the woman's daughter, listen to this, dies in a house fire in an abandoned house. She wished her son was starved a slow death, and she wanted the woman's daughter to burn slowly in a house fire. She gets on her live the other day and said the woman told her, I wish your daughter would die in an abandoned building in Baltimore. Girl, shut up. You done told these people you were in Baltimore at rehab. You told these people you had a job. And these idiots believe her. Nobody feels sorry for you. Oh, I just need $30. I need one more hit, and then I'm going to the hospital. If you guys believe she's going to a hospital, I was typing all in her chat. Bitch, you can go to the hospital. They're going to feed you. You don't need $30. Yeah, so she's not taking any meds. She's a crackhead. She's a crackhead. She's not taking any meds. Oh, I forgot. No cussing. I mean, no crushing. I'm sorry. Yeah, she's a meth head. Not a crackhead. Anybody believes anything out of Lisa's mouth, there's something wrong with you. She had people believing that her dad was sending her a message saying, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Girl, your dad don't care. They left you out in the cold because you won't get your life together. She never got a first paycheck. I'm going out of here. Y'all crazy. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate each and every one of you for coming in. And let's see what happens tomorrow with Diddy. It should be interesting. Bye, guys.